The Panhandle Runs on Water, sponsored by Alta Seeds.
When foreign countries like China and Brazil gobble up a commodity such as sorghum, it can impact the Texas Panhandle. Growers plant more seed for a commodity in demand, hoping to see a bigger profit. ABC 7's Drew Powell reports in this week's Panhandle Runs on Water how an increase in sorghum does not translate into more demand on the Ogallala aquifer.
Sorghum only needs about half to two-thirds of the water to be high producing that corn needs.
91% of the sorghum that is grown in the United States is rain-fed and not irrigated, according to Mark Kirk, a forage specialist with Alta Seeds. When it comes to water utilization, Kirk says sorghum is highly beneficial compared to corn and other crops. Sorghum only needs half to two-thirds the amount of water to be high producing compared to what corn needs.
When you put it in perspective that 1.5 trillion gallons of water per year savings would supply New York City like 200 years worth of water.
In the Texas Panhandle, there are around 1 million acres of land where corn is growing. If the crop was converted to sorghum, Kirk says the savings on money would be in the billions. Yet just off the savings alone, we could supply Amarillo with water for 27 years.
If we were to convert those acres, we would have a savings of about 200 billion. I think the number's 200 billion. If we just took half of that, then we're looking at 13 years worth of water for Amarillo.
Ag producer Dale Artho says despite the recent rainfall the region received in May and in June, some growers still have to run their irrigation systems.
We did not have good submoisture going into the season because of no snow, very few spring rains, but we're catching up.
Thanks to increased export demand and new technologies in weed control, ag producers and farmers are planting more sorghum.
Those commodity prices are driven globally, and so this year what we saw is China having an increase in wanting to import more sorghum, and so sorghum prices were actually per bushel were actually higher than corn in a lot of places.
A spike in demand along with profit potential dictates more sorghum being planted and harvested. Drew Powell, ABC 7 News.